it's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Happy Monday. Let's bring you up on the iPad. Come on. Well, after last 2 weeks of having issues or technical difficulties with my phone changing landscape, I decided to do a restart. Typical IT support, just restart. And the bloody thing worked. Well, that's all I've done. So it has been very frustrating though. Hi Laura. All right, so tonight I thought we would use the Irresistible Blooms Suite and have a look at this. This is a online exclusive set. That's not the right bundle. That's the right bundle there. Online exclusive set, which you won't see in a catalogue. Hi Glenda. I've had a little bit of a play, not as much as I would like, so tonight I'm having a bit more of a play. So, and then you get these. Now, I couldn't find any ribbon. I don't think there's any ribbon that comes with this. Hi, Kerry. I'm just going to pull out all my stamps while I'm watching, waiting for people to arrive. So, this DSP is gorgeous. It is very pretty. So, for those just joining, this is an online exclusive. So you will only see it online. It won't be in any catalogues. And what they've said with the online exclusives are, it is while stocks last. So it's very pretty. I'm just taking all my stamps apart. I made some cards with this, but it was at a friend's place, so I used her set. I haven't actually used my set. Now I'm using my set tonight. So let's put that away. Okay, and no, I don't stick my stickers on, so I just use it like that. I keep the stickers in there, and if once I sell, because when things retire, I usually sell my stamp sets. Once I sell them, then people can choose to put the stickers on if they want. I don't put my stickers on. 12 by 12 would be nice, Laura, but I do like that it's in 6 by 6. So, before I forget, last week's winner, it was Glenda, and the week before, when I didn't spin and I just spun it in tonight for that video, was Megan. So congratulations, ladies, to get into the draw for next week's Lucky Door prize. You just need to like, share, and comment on my video, and something will be in the post eventually. I usually wait a couple of months and then send all 8 out together. Hi, Anita. So in this suite, you get these little loose frosted dots. Ah, that's all right, Glenda. Is the stamps with DSP, congrats. With I don't see congrats on here, but maybe that's not what you meant to type. Hi, Renee. I might get to it, Kerry. Hang on one second. So there's the frosted dots. They're not adhesive back. They would make great shaker cards. I'm not making a shaker card tonight, but they do. You can either use Tombow. I did use, hi Megan, I did use glue dots on some of them. So the stamp set then comes with dies. I just keep, when they're like this, I make sure to keep this zippy bag because I don't want 1,000 little things all over my floor. Ask me how I know. So those lids aren't 100% sealed, so we just keep them in the zippy bag. So it comes with coordinating dies. Oh, thanks, Kerry. So this die, I decided to cut these out because I'm like, oh, I've seen a few people, but some people don't know what they look like and might be a bit unsure. So this is this die cut out here. The flowers cut out the flowers on the stamp, but they also cut out the flowers in the paper. So I die cut them before I started tonight. So I could sit there and fussy cut some of those other ones out if I wanted to. To be honest, I can't be asked, so they will just go in the bin. There's the leaves. There's some additional leaves because you've got this. So if we put this on here, this is what I like to do when I get a stamp set and a die set to work out who's who in the zoo. So those two leaves, then those two flowers, but then, oh, and this little leaf thing will cut out this one here. And then these other leaves are just all extra leaves. Okay. They will probably cut out, oh, and look, this will fit on the paper too. Just looking at this. I haven't cut out the leaves on the paper yet. Yes, that will fit. That will fit. This will fit on there. So they will also cut out the DSP on the paper. And the little leaf on the DSP. Oh, nice. So that's how that works. And you can cut it, instead of fussy cutting all them, you could cut them out. Now this other circle thing cuts out like this. So you could leave it like that and maybe do a shaker card underneath. I have no intention of doing that, but I have seen a lot of people cut this out. Once it's released, I'll tidy up my cuts a little bit. And it comes out, and then you've got that. So just tidy up the edges a little bit so they still look a little bit rounded. And doesn't look like you've hacked it off like I have. And so this can become an embellishment on your card. So there's that one. I did it in the Pretty Peacock as well. So some of you might be going, where's Pretty Peacock? I don't have that. That's not a current colour. I went through my retired stuff. Pretty Peacock is a in colour that we had a few years ago, and we have been told is coming back because we are having a colour refresh. So the only colours we've been told are Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon, which are in this paper pad. I don't have Lost Lagoon. It wasn't my favourite. To me, it's a dirty blue colour. So I sold that off, but Pretty Peacock was one of my most favourite colours. And look what I found when I cleaned up. So over the weekend, hi Myrtle, I listed a whole heap of my retired stuff because I'm trying to sell off some stuff so I can have money to buy some stuff from the new catalogue. And I found my Pretty Peacock stuff and I'm like, amazing. And I even found 3 sheets. I'm down to 3 sheets of cardstock. of Pretty Peacock because it was one of my most favouriteest. So that's pretty exciting. So that's where that's come from. So those that are obsessed with Pretty Peacock like I have and have never seen it before, you will have the chance to purchase this in the new catalogue, which will be live, I think, in May. Okay, so it is coming. You just need to be patient. Those of us that have been demos and around for a while, we may all have it in our stash still. Some of us probably sold it off. But some of us would have kept it. And then this is the DSP. It is very pretty. I only got scraps. I'm down to the 3 sheets, Anita, so I don't have much after tonight's cards. So that's pretty. The other colours in here are Flirty Flamingo and Daffodil Delight. So I've only got a few sheets of each left because I've used at least one of each sheet so far. Oh, and Soft Sea Foam. Now, I did try and use that as a card base tonight, or like a card layer, but the card just like got washed out too much. See this bluey colour here? This is like Lost Lagoon in here. To me, it's a dirty blue. Like it's not a baby blue. It's not a light blue. It's a dirty blue. That's my most favourite sheet here because it's Pretty Peacock. And I've used all the other of my other one. So that's what the dies cut out. And then this piece. So I don't have much of the DSP left because you do get the 48 sheets. But we will get into it and start making what we've got. So I have got the ink pads, Soft Sea Foam, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, and Pretty Peacock. I got them all out because they're all the coordinating colours. I don't have Lost Lagoon. And I also got them out in cardstock and then decided to start looking for some card layouts or sketches that I like. So this is the first one that we are doing. Hi Marie, that's okay. I am going to ink in Flirty Flamingo because Daffodil Delight on Daffodil Delight will not come out very much. So the sentiments in here are pretty cute. I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. Hello, hooray, it's your day. Thank you, and I like you. I don't know that I would be using the stamp I like you, but the rest of them I can find a use for. So, oh, I need my cleaner. Did you all see how filthy dirty my cleaner was this week when I posted that? Wasn't that a bit disgusting? No more red pink tinge on my block though. It's a clear, so it's a clean. It's a bit weird to put in a stamp set. I thought the same thing, Glenda. I'm like, it's not something I would normally put on a card. I like you. Hunter might put that on a card, but not me. Oh, and I found, because I'm pretty sure there's no ribbon in here, although I bought the suite in bits and pieces, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ribbon that coordinates with this. But I still have some of this Soft Sea Foam ribbon, seam binding ribbon, so I thought I could use that if I wanted some coordinating ribbon, because this is Soft Sea Foam here. Yeah, no ribbon, right. Because I thought, I don't need another stamp set with flowers. I'll just borrow a friend's and make a few cards, but I really like the DSP and I really like the bling, so I'll just buy that. And then I had a play, and then I'm like, oh, I've decided I can't live without this, so then I had to buy the bundle. Well, I didn't have to. Then I chose to buy the bundle and things, so because I bought things in bits and pieces, I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't miss anything in there. So for those that have just joined, this is an online exclusive stamp set or suite. So Stampin' Up has just started trialing some of these. Maybe on a scrapbook like it. Maybe, Renee, that might be good use for it. I can't see it going on a card. So you won't find these in a catalogue. They are online. You can purchase them on an order. You can send me your order if you're not comfortable doing it online. It is beautiful, isn't it, Jodie? And I don't usually use Daffodil Delight and Soft Sea Foam, so I kind of thought, let's try and work outside my comfort zone a little bit. There is a gold and silver duo pack in the online exclusive. Goes nicely with the bundle and DSP. Oh, I didn't buy that. I think I've got some gold and silver stuff left over from another pack. I struggle to. Is that proper ribbon, Laura, or is that like a twine thingy? Because I've got the gold and silver twine and I really struggle to use it. I don't know what's going on. I've tried to do a load of washing and tonight, and then my husband came in and go, oh, it was just beeping and having a error, so I've had to put it on again, and now I'm hearing some excessive beeping again. I think Laura's talking about the paper. No, I did see they've got some ribbon, but is it proper ribbon or twine? I'm gonna do a bow with this Soft Sea Foam. I don't know whether this one is still current. It went with the Splendid Day suite, and I know that's retired. I don't know whether the ribbon has... Yeah, I've seen the gilded paper. I've actually got the gilded paper. I haven't used that yet. That's really pretty too. So I don't know whether this ribbon is still current, ladies. The suite that it came from is retired, but I'm using it because it matches with what I've got. It's very thin ribbon, 1/8 from memory. Yeah, I prefer ribbon over twine, so I might have to get that. I haven't got that yet. I've got to I've got another order to pop in for tomorrow and stuff, so I might add that there. So now this is where you need your take my pick tool, and maybe I might remember to order me a second one of these so I don't have to try and find my missing head all the time. Is that how it goes? Does that go in that end? Must go in the other end. Well, no, I was right. Where did that go? I need to pick that up before Buddy eats that. That could cause some issues. Hi, Sue. This does have to go in here. What am I doing wrong, people? Why is it not screwing in? Am I doing it wrong? Are you all screaming at me through the screen? I did this for a friend the other day because she's like, I can't get it to work. And I got hers to work. Oh, good Lord. I haven't done that for a while. Let's try this and some tweezers. Now, I'll have to deal with that another day. Let's try. I can hear you all screaming at the screen. I can't help you, I haven't pulled mine apart yet. Well, Chrissy suggested that I get another one so that then I don't have to keep pulling it apart, and I've got the functions set up the way that I want them. And I haven't got round to doing that yet, but I may be adding that to my order tomorrow. There we go. Now, I'll be honest, I do prefer adhesive-backed gems rather than these. But once they're on there, they're on there. That's my first card tonight, ladies. Oh, was I going to add one of those to it? Then this one. I was, this is the card that I was trying to have the soft sea foam as the layering piece, and it just didn't work. It looks so washed out. Oh, thanks, Maureen. So I changed it up and kept the same pieces, but changed the layering back to Flirty Flamingo. So what colours are we all hoping for in the refresh, ladies? I'm going to still do them. I'm hoping that we end up with a baby pink. But I don't know that I can decide on what colours that I want to go. I think the colours that I would like to go would be Crushed Curry, Cajun Craze, Sahara Sand, Grey Granite, Petal Pink, that can go. Pool Party, I'm not the biggest fan of either. And I don't know. I think that's about it. I remember when we did this a few years ago, the colour refresh. I'm pretty sure there were 16 new colours and then the 5 new in colours. So all up there was 21. I know Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. I have them still here. I think bringing back Bumblebee or a yellow. If they're bringing back a yellow, I want Pineapple Punch. I don't want Bumblebee. I want Pineapple Punch. See, I prefer smoky slate to grey granite, Anita. We need a better pink. Yes, to the ones you mentioned to go. Shit. Ah, thanks, Sam. Yes. I don't know. Hope they keep Evening Evergreen soft succulent. See, I prefer shaded spruce. Evening Evergreen I'm kind of not fussed on. So I was going to post a picture and I forgot because I designed my class over the weekend. My next class with Sending Smiles stamp set. So that's for the April class. And I did use some of the... Oh, I've got adhesive everywhere there now. Some of the retiring in colours, and I was going to post a picture because I think this is like the first time ever that I am down to like scraps of soft succulent, fresh freesia, pale papaya and polished pink. I do have a fair bit of Evening Evergreen left, but that's because I bought that, like I bought a whole pack of that not long ago, because I was using it a lot. So I was pretty pleased that I'm like down to scraps, because usually it comes, oh, the in colours, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got so much cardstock to use. I've got to hurry up and try and use it. Not this time. How pretty is that? I've always seen this. I've got another card that I'm making where they're all straight, but I've always seen this when they're all straight, not laid like this. So we are going to, I kind of don't want to cover up that pretty design, but then I do. Good thing I don't have a camera showing on my face, because I am poking my tongue out whilst I'm doing this. Whoops. So this is very thin. I'm a little bit scared how I'm gonna stick this on. Oh, maybe we might do that. We need a third flower, because we do everything in threes. And then we need a little white sentiment. Oh. Which will probably have to be backed by some pink with the floaty flamingo. Oh, I used adhesive sheets when cutting the beaded die. That would have been very clever forward thinking, Anita. That did not occur in my case. I just wanted to cut them out to see what they looked like. I wasn't thinking on how they would look. I might stamp that in yellow. We'll see how it looks in yellow first. I really don't like my daffodil delight. I reckon that could go too, because my ink pad keeps getting really dirty, so it's a dirty yellow. That's why I want Pineapple Punch back. Pineapple Punch was a really bright, vibrant yellow. It was amazing. We're going back to pink, ladies. That's better. So, did we all have a nice weekend? I need my little trimmer. Oh, I nearly knocked those beads over then. I should put that lid on. I'd like to see lemon lime twist. Oh, I really liked that too. That colour was pretty cool. I didn't when it first came out, but I did get used to that a lot. I did have a nice weekend. I had a nice girly catch up with one of the mums from school. Sunday lunch in Sydney and got caught in the storm. I was out as well and got caught in the storm too, Sue. But it was fun. I hosted a mini retreat here at home. Oh, nice. $200. That's awesome, Laura. Oh, that'd be nice, Jody. This morning though. All right, now we're going to stick that on. Like that. That's what we're going to do. And hope for the best. Oh, that's amazing for 5 ladies, Laura. All right, so I'm hoping these dimensionals will hold the stuff on plus this down, if you get what I mean, because that is just sitting there loose. I removed the dog beds and sleeping bag on the back deck so they didn't get wet in the storm. Found a brown snake. Whoa! That is scary stuff, Megan. That is not what you want. Where's that? Right, and then let's get some scissors. They are my ribbon scissors. Where are our real scissors? I had real scissors out before. Let's just chop this off. Eyeballing that. And I'm eyeballing this. Lining it up like I'm gliding my scissors along the piece of cardstock here. So, close enough. That piece is a bit fluffy there. Now, let's put some dots on here. Let's use the pink ones. Snake does not sound fun, Megan. I have to use these tweezers because I still haven't worked out how to... I think I'm just having an off day with my... Take my pick tool, because I showed my friend Carrie how to use hers and she's like, oh, it must have been user error. I'm like, no, it should be fine. Now I'm having user error with mine. Just the day. Oh, God. If they're, I've done it again. If they're adhesive back, we wouldn't be having this issue. I swear to God, ladies, I make it a lot harder than what it is. I would have headed for the hills, Megan. Yes. All right, and those glue has slid, but that will clear up. So that's my second card. I'm on a roll, ladies. I have enough stuff here to make 5 cards. Let's see whether we get through it all or not. So this is the other one. Just noticed I did get new nails, Megan. I was just going to say I'm surprised Megan's not commented. They are like a burgundy purple, deep purple. They're beautiful. Yeah, me and Tombo are not friends, Jody, so I loathe using it. But in some instances, it's the only thing I can use. I got new nails, but I had my hair done today, so they'll have to wait. Oh, you need new nails. Yes. Well, I need my hair done, Megan, so... But I got nails instead. Just my hair, like anything, as soon as it hits the shoulders, it's classed as long hair. And then, so it's like $200 to get it done. Which is why, for the last... I got it done in November last year while I was on holidays. But prior to that, it was before Hunter since I dyed my hair last. And Hunter is about to turn 8. So it's been a long time since I've dyed my hair. But I did like the effect of it. So I am gonna keep it. I'm gonna offset these again because we're gonna use the swirly thing instead this time. And just show that you can do different things. I knew what you meant, Jody. Right, so we're going to use this thing. That's the right way. And they don't do a little, yes, a little yellow one. Let's get a strip and a strip. I'm lucky my girlfriend hairdresser lives 2 houses and easement driveways up the road from me. I just walk up in my slippers. That would be amazing. Right, we're going to do this one in Pretty Peacock. That's half the battle these days, getting dressed, isn't it? When you work from home all the time. Let's do this one. I don't know, I can't use that. I like you. We're going to do hello instead. Did I clean that stamp? Yep. Oh. PJs as well. Nice. So I'm pretty happy with my little sale that I put up on one of the Stampin' Up retired sites, because most of my stuff is gone. I think I listed like 60 items and didn't take long. Which is good. Now, is this going to fit in here? Oh, plenty of room in there. Because Anita, I'm trying to use all my scraps. Where's my seal? Seriously need to list so much stuff. Yeah, well, that was me. When I started listing, I'm like, oh yes, I've only got one drawer of stuff. That's pretty good, Vickie. I opened the other drawer that I thought was empty and it was full too. So, like, you need to list your stuff. It now fits in one drawer of my retired stuff, but because I didn't do a class in February and stuff, and I've dropped back this year to one class a month and things, I'm like, oh, I need to try and get some money to buy the new stuff that I know I'm going to want, and I haven't even seen a catalogue yet. But we all know that's going to happen, so. Right, this time we're going to stick, do you cut your 12 by 12 paper to 6 by 6 or sell as a whole? I don't actually sell any paper usually. It's too hard to post. So I don't usually list it. That's what I cut up. And since I cut it up to give as my lucky door prizes for my Facebook Live. And since I made that little pact with myself last year, or the year before, that I need to use more paper before buying more, I don't actually have, oh, I've got ink everywhere. Don't actually have as much paper hoarding as I used to. I just sell my stamps and dies and embossing folders. And I did find some ink pads that I had from a couple of years ago that I decided to sell as well. And it'll be my own silly fault if those ones come back in the list. I'm looking for dimensionals and I've lost them. But I thought that's the risk I take. I see lots of people do it. Megan, I just can't be bothered with the paper. I'm going to stick that there to hold that in. That's going to cover that and that adhesive that we stuck there. Wasn't that a clever idea? And no. We need some more adhesive on that. Right, so this time I'm going to try and stick a gem in the center of the flowers and down here. Look at the dots on here. This will get your OCD working. Everything will be properly lined up, not eyeballing it. And these little gemmy things, they're different sizes. Oh, can't remember what they're called. but they're 3 different sizes. What is the set you're using in my next class? I designed that on the weekend. I have it right here. I'm using a stamp set again, the Sending Smiles stamp set. So this is for April. So you will get the stamp set in the class with kit for 5 cards. And it's on the I'm just trying to think, the 15th, I think. That's annoying. The 15th of April online, but if you can't make the live, it is recorded and you can watch the recording. But the March class, which has already closed, it is using By the Bay paper. And so you get the paper, some ribbon and the adhesives, and then you just need to provide your stamp set. What is wrong with your TYP? Take my pick tool. Well, it's in pieces and I can't get the bloody thing to stick in there and thing. Oh, that's all right. So I don't know what is wrong with it, Megan. I got frustrated with it and ditched it. I'll have to look at that when I have more time. So that's my 3rd card. Hi, Elizabeth. 4th card. How are we doing for time, ladies? 15 minutes. Right, let's get this show on the road. We're going to stamp here. This one is going to be, can thank you fit here? Thank you. Oh, look at that. It was made for it. Watching the cricket. Thought you'd be in bed, Megan. Be close to 10, Elizabeth, close to 10 o'clock down there, isn't it? It's past my bedtime. Ah, excellent, Megan and Elizabeth. Amazing. You can tell I was thinking how to stamp that. That ink pad has got ink everywhere. Every time I touch it, I get ink. It was a holiday today. That's not what I've been using that for. Don't put that on the new card. What was the holiday for today, Elizabeth? I knew some people weren't at work. And I'm like, why? What's... Oh, thanks, Sue. Why does Melbourne get a holiday? And Jodie, you're in South Australia. Why did you get a holiday? Is it the same reason? Labor Day. Is that the same reason in South Australia? Our Labor Day is in a few weeks. Adelaide had a holiday as well. Yeah, is that for Labor Day? Oh, that's going to annoy me. Yep. I just clean my thing with eucalyptus oil. Gets all the sticky stuff off. Stops my hand sticking. If I wasn't so gung-ho with the seal, it wouldn't happen. Wouldn't need it. I'm just gonna clean tissue and wipe that off. Yep. Adelaide Cup? What? As in like horse race cup? I just don't know why we all can't have same holiday win. Makes so much more sense. Get so confused. Mumba in Melbourne looked great. Oh, I was going to say, this is my most favourite piece. I'm using the back of it. I'm using the wrong side. But that's okay. I wanted a more muted background. So have many of you got this set yet? Or you haven't seen it? Have I convinced you to all buy it? It's water skiing on the Yarra, Vic. Oh. Could you tell by what I was commenting that I had no idea what that Sue was talking about? It's a massive event. I need to get... Yes, you do need to get it, Elizabeth. You're missing out. You've got it, Jodie. Laura's got it. That feels really crooked. Glenda, you have it. And Anita must have it because she could tell me what came in it. It's been pretty popular. I'm pretty sure it's pretty, just not sure with the online exclusives as you don't know how long they are going to be around for. I know, Megan, I kind of thought, having said that, the rhinos are cute. The rhinos are amazing. I haven't got them then. I have a birthday in a couple of days. Mum might have it for me. Oh. She may. I have the paper but bought the bundle tonight when I realised it was there too. Thanks for sharing, Kathy. Yeah, well, like I said, I bought the paper and the gemmy things, thinking that was all I needed and I was going to use a friend's set, and I made a couple of cards and then came home and ordered my own because I'm like, who needs more flowers? I've got so many flowers, but turns out I do. So I bought another one. Thanks for sharing, ladies. All right. I don't want that rubbish on there. Pop these ones up on dimensionals. And then I've got one more card to make, ladies. That'll be, I haven't done 5 in a while. What did I do last week? I think I did a few. Because the few weeks before that, I only was doing 1 and I nearly ran out of stuff to share on my Insta page. Because the cards that I make in my Facebook Live are next week's Facebook posts. So if I'm lazy in the Facebook Live and only make 1 card, that means I've only got 1 thing to share next week. That was a bit silly. Oh, I like them in there. Oh, come on, stay down there. Get back on there. All right, that's done there. Oh, I haven't used this ribbon again. Let's use that because I've got soft seafoam there. I like a bit of ribbon. Oh, I'm starting to get very hot. I thought the air was on in here. Did you keep your pretty peacock ribbon? No, I don't think so. Because oh, they're very uneven. Because I loved it so much, I probably would have used it. Like, I'm down to 3 sheets of pretty peacock cardstock. And I had a whole pack of that left when that retired. But I just love it. Love, love, love. Oh, let's put that there. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, last one. Last one, last one, last one. Now, what sentiment haven't we used? Hooray. Oh, we've used hooray, it's your day. I couldn't be happier. How I'm seriously not using I like you. I'll do another hooray, it's your day. Because I think that's just odd to stick on a card, people. Am I doing that the right way? Oh, I've stamped that crooked. That annoys me. I might get away with it. We'll see how much that annoys me a bit later. And that's a reason why you stick your labels on, ladies, because then you would know where you're stamping. But I don't. So, do you have the taco stamp set? No, I think it's super cute, but I think I would struggle to use it. I've bought cutesy stamps like that in the past, and I've never used them. So I'm being a little bit more thoughtful with the stamps going, am I really going to use that? What would I use that for? It is so cute, but I just haven't done it yet. Got dimensional backings everywhere. But some would say that this dragon set that I used last week is a cutesy stamp too. But I could find a use for that. Because Hunter is obsessed with dragons at the moment and mermaids. My labels go on crooked. You thought it had dies. Oh, that's unfortunate. I see Mandy made some really cute stuff with it. How pretty is that, ladies? That piece of paper. And I'm using the wrong side. Such pretty paper. Go away. I've got so many dimensional backings here. Whoop. Did I cut my cardstock wrong? This seems awfully long. I did see that. I saw the taco she made with it. Yes, that was super cute. Right, let's stick this. That's not how I had it on the card, but I think that's how I like it better. Just changing it up. because that's how we do things. I'm surprised I haven't run out of seal. I'll do that and the next thing I'll be out of seal. Let's stick that on dimensionals. Oh, I thought I did cut pieces, just not the right pieces. Nearly done. I'm gonna chop, 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 chop. I'm even gonna chop some more. Choppity chop, chop, chop. Do I want that on there then? Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? And I've already got it die cut, so that's a good idea, Vickie. What a fabulous idea that was. Whoops. Got no yellow flowers left. That's a bit annoying. They'll all be pink. Okay, they're all gonna be, that's gonna be stuck. Great cards, thank you. It's really lovely, sweet. Oh, thank you, Jody. Oh, I've got, been terrible tonight with this adhesive. It's just gone everywhere. Everywhere it's not supposed to. Thanks, Kerry. I have run over, ladies. Usually I try and keep it to the hour, but, you know, I've been doing 5 cards tonight. Mission, mission, mission. On a mission. Oh. I've just finished now, Laura. I'm just going to stick the Gemmy Gems on. So thanks for watching, ladies. Let's stick the Gemmy Gems on and then finish. Finish up for tonight. I know it's a bit later than what I normally do. I try and stick to the hour. This is an online exclusive set, Marie, so you can only get this online. You won't see it in any catalogues, and it's while stocks last. But it's very pretty. I would have preferred adhesive backed gems. I'm not going to lie. Thanks, Megan. Because I'm in a right raw mess with this thing, and my Take My Pick tool is not playing nice tonight. Thanks, Glenda. There we go. Let's put the lid back on these gems before, where's my zippy bag gone? Before they end up everywhere. and a quick tidy up so we can get to see the end result. I've got more scissors here with no heads on them. So that ribbon can go. That can go over there. So we've got the 5 cards, all slightly different, using the Irresistible Blooms bundle, which is an online exclusive. Oh, there's other scissors, which comes with dies and the DSP and the little gemmy things, loose frosted petals. These are the dies that you get. So this die cuts out this. This die cuts out that circle that we just used. It does stay attached to the paper, but then you can remove it like I did. If you need to see how that's done, you can have a look at the beginning of the video. And yeah, so thank you very much for joining, ladies, and look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a good week. Bye.